Hello and welcome to Speaking Intuitively. So if you're here, you want to know what the hell is going on with this person. So I'm going to be going into what you're feeling like, what they're feeling like, and what Spirit is saying is actually happening. And then we're going to go into the advice from Spirit in this situation. So yeah. So also another thing about like my readings is that they're all timeless, and I'm an intuitive reader, so I will, pick up things before I even start pulling the cards, or I might pick up like really like random things, but that's just Spirit's way of letting you know that, it's for you, and, to take what resonates and leave what does not. Okay, so we're going to get started. So the orange pencil is going to be the first option, and then the second is going to be this yellow pencil, and the blue is going to be the third pencil. So also, if you're like into art or like you draw a lot or whatever, these are Ticonderoga and they're so pretty. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Okay, that's all. Thank you. See you at your reading. Bye. Okay, hi. Pile pencil number 1. How are you? Well, that's a serious question, because when I tapped into your energy, I felt really, really anxious. My heart started beating like pretty fast, and I feel pretty out of breath. So I'm gonna drink some water, and then we're gonna figure out why you're feeling like this, girl or boy, or Okay, let's light some Palo Santo. Kind of calm out this energy. So I feel like it feels like a residual anxiety, like whatever the thing that's making you anxious, it already happened, and maybe like the thought of the fact that it happened still kind of bothers you. I feel like you're astrologically, I feel like you're either water or earth, because this feels like something that you're invested in, and like because I said invested, like it feels like there's a lot of devotion, like because the thing about water and earth, air signs is that what the fuck? Oh my god. The thing about water and earth signs is that earth signs get committed to things, they gravitate and they like boom, but water signs get like really devoted to things, and that's why they're on like the same kind of moving on. So we're gonna get into why you're feeling like this. Why are you feeling like this? So Spirit, can you let me know what is going on with pile number 1? How are they feeling in this situation with pile number 1? Also, keep in mind, this could go for, this feels like love. I was gonna say, like, this could go for, like, anybody in your family or someone you're close to. And that could still very much so resonate with some people. But the energy that I was picking up with was love, because, it was like, you care about this person, and, like, I feel like something happened, and now you're like kind of not 100% sure about them, and at one point you were, and that's frustrating. So again, lots of like earth energy, water energy, like devoted, committed, like very much so wanting to have something with somebody. Yeah, so maybe you were in a commitment with this person, or someone you just felt like you were committed to. Yeah, so like King of Pentacles is earth energy, and I feel like you very much so could have just been, I don't know, okay. Okay, so I feel like, I feel like you walked away from this person, because I feel like you're showing up as the King of Pentacles, not them showing up as the King of Pentacles. I feel like this, like I feel like you walked away from this person. I feel like you made a decision to walk away from this person or walk towards this person. But either way, there's some type of like movement and a connection, and that's what's making you pretty anxious. And the 10 and 5. Yeah, no. You're not happy about the situation because I feel like something happened. Something happened where there was just it wasn't like a point of no return because it happened already, but it's the residual effects of understanding what just happened. It's really getting into that that energy of wow, this person really hurt me, or wow, this really happened, or wow, I can't, it's in the moment, because I feel like pile number 1, in the moment you were so strong about it. In the moment, whatever was happening, you handled it like a champ, so that it doesn't really hit you that that really happened. Because in the moment, I mean, first off, Spirit is just commending you on the way that you handled the situation, commending you on the way that you really went through the entire situation, because you could have handled it in a way that wouldn't have aided your growth, but you chose your growth, and that's exactly why you were able to get through it so well. And that's that's Spirit's guidance as well. How protected and favored are you to go through an experience and still have the mindset that you can handle it, or you're strong enough to take it, or or to understand that you will still see better days because you understand that power. That is favor, you know what I'm saying? But I feel with you, you're kind of sad about the situation because you weren't expecting it to happen, or it has been happening, but the whole time you just couldn't believe it. So you're I'm just going to keep being a good person anyways, or I'm going to keep working on myself. I'm going to continue my journey anyways. And so that kind of left. So one more time, it's the residual effects of what happened. I feel this person, they had to do something to make you question them. Okay, they came out in the reverse. Wow. Okay, for some of you, I guess I'm getting that there was a point where you guys were not necessarily together, and you thought that you both were not together. You thought that they weren't dealing with anybody else, and you weren't. You guys were kind of just focusing selves, but that wasn't really what's happening. What was happening, they were dealing with other people, entertaining other people and shit. And I feel you were just so busy working. So, and that's another thing I'm getting to, before I even get into their energy, because I feel for somebody to make you feel like this is someone who really is paying a lot of attention to you. So that lets me know that, while you were working on yourselves and stuff like that, and you were really making yourself better, honoring yourself, especially in a situation like this, they were kind of getting jealous of the fact that you weren't suffering the way they were, or lonely like they were. The fact that you were strong enough to handle it. So I'm getting you being more of a feminine energy, or at least in the situation you were more in the feminine energy, in that you were very much more so forgiving and loving and receiving, and they were in the masculine energy, but it was a distorted masculine energy. So they were kind of not, they kind of weren't valuing the situation, and that made you really sad, because it's so first off, pile number 1, your worth. If this situation kind of made you feel oh, maybe I don't know my worth and stuff, you do, because if you didn't, you would have fell for their bullshit again, but you didn't. You walked away. So yeah, so I think we're gonna move into them, because we can spend a really long time just getting deeper and deeper. So yeah, we're gonna get into their energy, but we're gonna use a different deck to see what's going on. But I don't know what deck I want to use for their energy. I do know what deck I want to use for them. Sorry guys, it's all moving around a lot. So Spirit, Angels, guides, divine, will you tell me how this person is feeling in this situation? How pile number one's person is feeling in this situation? What's their deal? What's their overall? Yeah, they weren't expecting you to walk away, like I'm saying, and like I feel like that because they were getting jealous that you were doing so well by yourself, anyways, and they were like, yeah, like they're so sufficient, like I'm always gonna be able to like deal with them, whatever. But then like he was like, no, I'm tired of feeling like this, like you're like I'm tired of like feeling not happy, and I'm tired of feeling like, like I'm fighting for this, or I'm tired of feeling I always have to be the bigger person. Like I'm tired of always feeling like I wanna like there's better out there, or that I have to suffer through this. But like really, like love is not suffering. And like I'm like, why? Like I'm like looking at this, and she's like, yeah, like thank you. Do you see how in this card she has this like bowl of something, and it's like rainbows and shit in there. It looks good as hell. It's probably like some magical like soup or something, or who knows, maybe it's like a magical tea, I don't know. But anyways, do you see how much luster is in there? Look at her. Like there's so much going on in there, but she's looking at this empty ass hole with all these broken cups and stuff, like because she knows it's out there. That's the thing. She knows it's there. She's in a position of suffering when she doesn't have to. And the thing is, how I know she doesn't have to is because in the card before, she's looking away at the distance. She has all these birds overhead. She's getting all these messages from spirit. So she knows that there's greater out there. She knows that she can go further, but she's kind of stuck in this place. Which, and back to the thing, you're sitting at the 5, but you about the 10. Like, I'm not getting enough. All right. Spirit, tell me what they're feeling. They weren't expecting you to walk away. Yeah, and then like because this came out, I'm gonna leave this in the reverse. And the colors are the same. So they weren't expecting that. It like came out of nowhere. Yeah, they were not expecting you to be like, you know what, I'm tired of this shit, because they're so. I feel like they're used to not being able. They're not used to giving as much. Yeah. The reason that, so you felt like they weren't giving to you, but it wasn't that they were like purposely like not trying to, because sometimes I feel like you felt like it was a little malicious, but like they weren't, like they literally just lack the tools. And I feel like a part of you kind of knows that. Like, I feel like a part of you knows that they don't really know that much, and that's why you were dealing with it. Because, I mean, for someone to have confidence in themselves and have a great understanding of self, and then to deal with someone who doesn't, lets me know that you know that they did it. So, like, you were giving them, like, extra space and stuff like that, extra time. But, and then you realize that that's really not fair to you, and that if you want them to level up, you got to leave them alone so they can figure it out themselves. Because if you save somebody, you'll always be saving them. But if you show them by your actions how you handle the situation, they have no choice but to observe the way you just did that. And that's like shedding light through action, But it's another conversation for another time. So getting more about this 6 of Wands. Ooh. I'm like, so when I'm packing on their energy, they feel heavy. Oh my God, they're like anxious. Oh my God, they're crazy. Well, not crazy. No one's crazy. Let's not say it's a C word. But they're really like, they were just like have you ever been so frustrated, or like, I mean, like women, we feminine energies, I should say, usually feel their feelings a little bit differently than masculine energies, but masculine energies usually they feel it in their body, you know, like when there's a lot of stuff going on, like they're like shaking, they're like, they feel restless, that, you know, it's a lot of, so this, I see this part, I had a vision of this person pacing back and forth, breathing heavy, just feeling really uncomfortable. So like they're feeling it in their physical body, and that's something that's, you know, you should know about this whole thing, is that like they're feeling it too. They may not feeling it on an emotional sense like you are, but they're feeling it, and that makes it just as real, you know. So I feel like with them, they feel like with you that, you know, they won, like they would win the lottery if they had you, but they know that they don't know how to. They know that they don't know how to. They know that they don't know how to give to this in the way that you deserve. But I will say, they gonna try. They gonna try, because that's the thing. I know that they know that they fucked up. They know. So they gonna try, because even though, you know, you're like, I'm tired of this, I'm choosing a better path for myself, they're like, oh, well, I hope you don't think you're going anywhere, because I'm lost without you. I'm fucked up without you. So they're gonna try. They're gonna try. They're gonna give you a message. They're gonna give you a message. It's gonna take longer than expected, and you're gonna be like, what do you mean longer than expected, Daria? Like, this shit is, it's been forever. Hold on. It said my name. I should have bleeped that out, but. Okay. All right. So Spirit, what is Spirit? So let's do this. Before I get into the Oracle, I want to get into this Gilded Tarot, because I'm interested to see what the hell Spirit has to say about this. Because for you to be in a position of like, yeah, I love you, but I can't love you anymore because it hurts. Definitely. If you're a twin, you are a twin, you know what I mean by if you're a twin. Then this is definitely... Yeah, exactly. Did you see what just came out? Oh my god. Yeah, Spirit is saying this is definitely like a twin flame. This is definitely a twin flame relationship. So like your masculine is like in their shadow. Yeah. So what Spirit is saying that this union, hold on. That's just, oh man. So I feel like there's some stuff going on here. I think that Spirit is really opening like the pathways for you guys to really like be in each other's energy, but that, you know, I feel like the feminine here is like realizing that doesn't mean that you need to get like devote your whole life to this person. Like you're realizing that it's so much easier just to like love them and love them from afar and just love them for who they are, you know, like just allowing that person to be who they are. And it's funny though, because I said that and then like I looked over here and I see the Empress like peeking out. So like I feel like that's kind of you seeing your life in a new perspective. Like you're starting to look at things differently. You're starting to see things for like what they are, instead of your fantasy, your projection, your illusion. Because I think that you're realizing that you can create a plan in your head, but it's so much more fun when you just sit in the moment and you work with Spirit and you do what Spirit tells you to do. Like, you know, you're an Empress, so it's really easy for you to tap into that. So I think that Spirit is really trying to tell you in this situation that, you know, you're going to continue doing your thing. You know, your thing is, you know, they're figuring it out because you are. What you do for yourself always reflects in your twin. And that's exactly why I think, you know, this whole situation is happening the way it is because look at this person, like literally they're staring at you, and look at you staring at the world. And that kind of reminds me of like the depiction of the Lovers. The Lovers, and I think the Gilded Tarot, I think so, where like or even the like Universal Way Tarot, where the girl is looking like to the stars and she's looking up at the at God and connecting to source and focusing, and he can only focus on her, because like it's love, right? Like the love that he feels for her is a love that she is a love that she is because she loves the divine. This is a person with, in order to really truly love the divine, you have to love yourself, because if God created us, then we are God, right? Like that was a concept. This is not a sidebar, but like in school, like I grew up in like Christian like private schools, and I just like never understood how we can be these terrible sinners, and at least like that was the way, because when you're a kid and they give you those type of lessons, like you just assume the worst. But in those classrooms, I used to think like, how could we all be these like not great people if we come from a God? Like, doesn't that make us God too? Like, if God made the earth, and if God made the, even the ants are God too. So like, I mean, this goes into a little bit like Buddhist like philosophy of we're gonna not go there, we're gonna stay here. But I wanted to just give that message of just like recognizing the divinity within yourself, and that person sees it too. So now like that type of light, you can't not see it. So they have to level up. You had to go. Spirit is saying that you had to go through this experience with this person for them to understand all the things that they weren't awake to, and for you to understand who the hell you are. That's what happened here. That's what Spirit's saying. So the advice for okay. This doesn't feel right. No, I want to shuffle again before I go. Wow. So I mean, I get why you're feeling anxious. You love this person, but like you're not willing to get hurt by this person again. I get it. It's just not in your budget. Okay. So, Spirit, we're going to do it. Advice for you, advice for them, and advice for the connection. Advice for you, Spirit. Advice for pile 1. Ooh. Advice for pile 1. I'll put it up right. Wow. Advice for them. Okay, so, and then the bottom, oh wow, remember how I said how like Spirit was going to work this out for you? Like you guys are opening up the pathways, and the feminine here is like, we can still be friends because I know you still love me. Like, like I know that there's something here, but that doesn't mean that I gotta give you my all. And I know that doesn't mean that, I have to be in this like, I don't have to be in a relationship with you. That's kind of strongly what I'm getting. It's like, I don't have to do this if I don't want to. But Spirit's moving all that energy, clearing all that energy up, because you do love this person. That person loves you, and I feel like you both know it's just not the right time, but Spirit is working on it so that it can be. And I got Birthing of the New Age at the bottom of the deck. So this is definitely saying like, Spirit's working through this. So for you, your energy, wow, is take a break. Life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Girl, relax. And I think that's where the anxiousness comes from. So that's the advice from Spirit. Maybe you're feeling really anxious because you're overthinking. Maybe you're feeling really anxious because you're not putting yourself in you're not seeing yourself in the best light, or maybe you're kind of replaying the things in your head. It's like I was saying before, like it's like a residual energy of like, I can't believe that happened. So like you're kind of like overwhelmed in thought. So Spirit's kind of just telling you to take a break, like go do something. Level out that energy, find ways to make it work. Okay. So the energy for Spirit has in this energy. Well, you see, so it says the warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? And I feel like, the part that says deepest calling is what resonates with this reading is because you both know that this is something special. So the advice from Spirit is to just like understand in that feeling, trust that feeling, know that this is going to work out the way it's supposed to work out. Whether you're just friends, that's great. You have a lifelong friend that loves you unconditionally. If you guys are going to be in a relationship, then that's great. I have a lifelong partner that's going to love me unconditionally. But either way, there's a bond here. But the feminine, I just feel like I keep stressing the fact that the feminine is just like, she's like, yeah, whatever. If it happens and he makes it amazing, great, wonderful. I'm happy to be here. But if he doesn't, then like whatever, because I know that there's better out there for me and Spirit will provide for me because everything I want is everything that's for me will always be for me. Okay. And their advice is to get grounded. Well, that's fitting. I personally think that that's very fitting. Thank you, Spirit. Connect with nature. So this person, they need to because like I said, it was a mind fuck. And they did not expect you to be like, oh, well, I'm tired, bye. And to do it with so much grace. Like, they were not expecting that. They don't know what to do with themselves. They're feeling it all over their body. Like I was saying, they're feeling very heavy. You're feeling anxious because they're so fucking anxious because they feel it all in their body. That, every time they think about you, they think about all the things that could have happened and the things that did happen and how it just didn't have to happen. They're really in their head and they really are, it really shook them up. So they need to get grounded, and that's Spirit's advice for them. So if you are talking to them, because I feel like with twins, you can speak telepathically or whatever else is going on. But yeah, so that's what I have for you. What a journey. I mean, wow. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I hope that resonated. Child, breathe. I need a lot of Palo Santo. That was so much energy. I love you. Bye. Hello. Pencil number 2. So, y'all, I'm just going to tell y'all right now that number 1, I got a lot of heavy energy going on. So when I was tapping into number 2, I was like, oh, this is so much sweeter. I feel like you are a much lighter energy. I think you are dealing with someone who you feel pretty familiar with. I don't think that this is necessarily a new connection. I think that you may have known this person for a little while. I think that perhaps, this just feels really fun. This feels light. This feels fun. It doesn't feel very. And then look, the sun just came out. Oh, thanks, Ash. I feel like this is a connection that you like them. That's what it is. It doesn't feel like a heavy love. It doesn't feel like something really intense. It just feels like you like this person. And it just feels really sweet, and you kind of know what's going on with them. I feel like you're not opposed to something happening, but I also feel like you're not necessarily going after it either. So we're gonna get into this energy pile number 2, and we're gonna get into your energy, how you're feeling about this person. Then we're gonna get into how this person is feeling about you. And then we're going to get into what Spirit is saying is actually happening in the connection. And then what advice the Spirit has for you in the connection. So. Whew. I just heard, I got you. And I don't know if that's from a song or something. Or maybe, I don't know. That was so random. But I got you. I don't know. Maybe that's something. Maybe you guys always look out for each other. This might be somebody that you work with. I'm just getting really happy, flirty energy. I'm smiling like crazy. I feel like and who I'm thinking about because you just got a flutter in your heart. I think that's so cute. I think that, like I said, throughout the readings, my shit gets kind of specific sometimes. I might say a little thing that will trigger something, because spirit wants you to know that it's resonating for you or it's for you. But what doesn't resonate, let it go. It's not yours. Okay, so here we go. So on your energy, I'm feeling really smiley, happy energy. I feel like you know that this person is somebody that you want to see what's up with them. Like I said, it doesn't feel heavy at all. So let's get into your cards. So Spirit, can you tell me what pile number 1 is feeling towards this person? Ooh, the 10 of Pentacles. You think you can marry them, huh? Shit. You watching them? You're like, oh, I like you. Like you can't even you don't even have any bad thoughts about this person. Or maybe you're watching them and you're creating bad thoughts because you like them so damn much. And then we got the Empress. The five of something fell. I think it was the 5 of Cups fell. But I don't really feel like that's your energy. I feel like that's your thought process when, when the Page of Swords comes. Like, sometimes you have these little bad thoughts, like, oh, maybe this person doesn't really like me. And then you get into this, I need to guard myself kind of energy. But, why are you playing? You like them. Okay, come on. Pile number 2. Their energy towards their person. Can I have another card, Spirit? Hold on, wait. I'm going to put this one up first. Yeah, look at you. You're like, I'm the 9, but we could be the 10. And you're like, every time you think about that, one step, that one thing, you're like, well, actually, no, we can't get too involved because, I'm trying to work on my shit. I'm trying to, get my life together real quick. I'm planning things out. I'm all in my head. Let's take some time. Let's be a little patient about this. Okay. So pile number 2, learn more about this person. The 10 of Cups. Yeah, okay. So I'm getting that this is a person that you're probably friends with them, probably know them for a while, or you feel like that with them. Like I said, this feels so light and so good, but not necessarily a deep love, but perhaps it can progress there. And I think that even if it does progress there, it's not going to be in a really heavy way. I think there's a mutual respect between you and this person for you to feel so comfortable that you even if you were to get with them, if things don't work out, you would still be really connected with them. They would still be a good person. You'd still be good to each other. And the whole I got you thing, you're always going to be I feel like you both have a mutual understanding that you'll always be good to each other, even if that means whatever happens. Okay. Let's get into their energy. Spirit, what is pile number 2's person feeling towards them? What are they feeling towards them? What are they feeling towards them? Pile number 2. What is the person feeling towards them? Okay. What is the energy doing? Whee! So I feel like because you keep pulling, yeah. Because you keep pulling back, they're guarded. They're guarded. But they know they want to deal with you. But yeah, I just feel like they keep. Aww. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. So if I had to do energies and stuff, I would say that this person is has a darker energy, and that by dark, I don't really bad. Scorpio is a darker energy because they go into the depths of everything. They are super spies. They obsess and go and dig and dig and dig. And same thing with Capricorn sometimes. Obsessively doing things, heavier energies. But I feel like if we had to go in your energy, I'm feeling more like a Leo. I'm feeling more like an Aquarius. You can have this in your Venus. I also heard Mars. You could have any other Virgo energy, getting Virgo energy. The Empress is here, so maybe even Libra. But their energy is a little bit more I kind of feel a little Libra here too, but I'm getting Scorpio here, the Death card. I'm getting Taurus. I'm even feeling a little bit of Cancer. Yeah, maybe even Pisces. So, anyways, but take what resonates at any point in the chart. Like, if that, take it to what you will. So, with their energy, I feel like with how they're feeling towards you is that, you know, you're kind of in it, you're so in your power, and you're so like, I just need to focus on what I want. That they're like, all right, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna do my thing, I'm gonna fall back, you know, like, I know that I want this person, and I know that this person and I are gonna start a new cycle together. But I also know that, like, right now, like, we have to be a little guarded, and that makes them feel kind of sad, pile 2. They kind of don't like being away from you, but I also feel like if they want this connection to go in a better position, they need to be the ones to push it. And I think that they both know that, you both know that, because you're so busy, like I said, like, you're so busy, like, being the Nine of Pentacles, the Empress, like, and your Four of Swords, like, you're probably in a position of really, like, working on things in your life right now, and that person sees that, they admire it, but they feel a little left out, but they also know that if they're going to do this, they need to do this at the right time, because the Six of Pentacles, I'm getting a lot of, like, time energy from right now. And if they want to transform it, they know that they're going to have to be the person to transform it, like, because I feel like that energy, because, like, your energy is more, like, solid and, like, in, like, creating your own, like, foundation, and their energy is more like, how can we, like, work, how can we create this together, you know? Okay, if that resonates. Okay, whew, getting a little out of breath. Okay, so I got the Two of Cups and the Ten of Swords, so I feel like this person really cares about you. But, you know, they kind of feel like they can't focus on it right now. They kind of feel like they need to see what else is, well, not necessarily like they're looking at somebody else per se, but, like, they're just not going to put their focus here because they can see that you're kind of not putting your focus here that much. But I will say that both of you, like, you know, feeling about each other, you definitely care about each other, and there's the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this is a connection that you both kind of feel good about, but it just doesn't really feel like ready yet. And I think that that's what you both are kind of feeling. But the good part about it is that you're feeling it together. Okay, so I'm going to ask Spirit what is really going on in the connection, and I need to figure out what deck I'm going to use to do that. Okay, we're going to use this one, because I saw one of the cards, or like at least like the style of drawing in my head. Okay, so Spirit. Please tell me what's going on in this connection. What's going on in this connection? Yep. And this is also how I know that you're definitely, like, in your Empress energy and really working on yourself, because you're in the Empress energy just focusing on what you're focusing on, and Spirit is showing you that that's what's happening in this connection, which lets me know that you're in alignment, and you need to be the Empress to be aligned. You need to be aligned if you're going to be the Empress. She's everything. She can whip things out whenever she wants. Oh, man, this is so... Oh, wow! Look at that. And look, we just had that at the bottom of the deck. One of these decks, what deck did I use? Oh no, I forgot. Was it this one? Yeah. Okay. So what's happening, Spirit? What's happening, Spirit? So, like, in the same line, like, where you're like, oh, I need to work on myself, I'm getting a little guarded, I need to just, like, focus on me. They're like, oh, like, they're so far, I'm kind of a little lonely, I kind of miss them, I really want to make this happen. And then, yeah, what's really happening is, like, you're both feeling kind of like you don't have each other. You're both are kind of like, I feel like there's a little stubborn energy here, like, neither person is about to, like, do anything just yet. Because I feel like there's, like, an element of divine timing here with the World card next to the Death card. So, like, I feel like there's going to be a divine, like, timing situation in this energy. But the fact that you're not the person kind of, like, working towards this, and they need to be, because you're in, like, your own little headspace, lets me know that you're in your divine feminine power of being receptive, which is where we're gonna stay. you need to be there. You need to be there. Ooh. The Lovers. Yeah, like, because, and it came out in the reverse because, like, I feel like because you guys haven't made a decision to, like, work on this together, even though, like, you kind of both want it, you know, you're kind of just staring at each other. Like, you know, like, oh, like, yeah, like, you definitely care about each other. There's definitely love here. But yeah, it's like neither one of you can see, like, what to do right now, and that's exactly where you're supposed to be. I think that's what Spirit's saying, because neither one of you are, like, taking a step right now, because you guys are both being kind of stubborn right now. We're actually using that to our advantage, so, like, we can clear out things in the 5D. We can work this stuff out. We can make sure that this, you know, works out, you know, dandy and dandy. In the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Cups, which also, you have the 10 of Cups. So again, like, very much showing alignment. And I think if you are more of, like, I feel like if you're a feminine energy that kind of knows how to get what she wants or knows how to do, like, you'll do it. But Spirit's just telling you just to be really receptive. Let this come to you. Let this attract you, because that's how we know that this masculine is in the right energy, and we can teach the masculine what the masculine needs to teach as we teach you as a feminine, as, you know, this energy starts to come, you know, this way. I keep getting, like, this motion. And this is actually clockwise. So this tells me that there's, like, a, you know, clockwise, divine timing. There's, like, a divine, there's a divine presence here, especially because we have the Lovers card, you have, like, the Ace of Cups. There's a lot of the Sun, like, there's a lot of divine energy here. Okay, so advice. Ooh, child, I'm out of breath. Okay. Whew. Sometimes I'm getting a lot of energy, like, I start to breathe so heavy, and it's because I can feel Spirit, like, moving through my body. Okay. You're wondering, like, why I'm out of breath, even though I'm just sitting here. It's because I'm feeling all that energy. So let's get Spirit. What's the advice for you? What's advice from, you know, like, with Spirit, and then what's advice for them? So, like, 3 cards just popped out. So for you, we have transformation. Like I said, I think if you were a feminine that is used to chasing, or if you're a feminine that has chased, or if you're a feminine that, you know, likes to take action, Spirit's just like, nope, let this come to you. Don't do a thing. Don't move. Because we're transforming you at the cellular level. We need you in this energy of being to yourself. We need you in this energy of connecting to Spirit. I feel like because you're in this Empress energy, you're really intuitive, and that lets me know that Spirit is working, like, you know what's going on. You're here in this reading to just kind of confirm what's happening. So Spirit just needs you there, because I think there's some downloads here. I'm also getting that you're getting, like, visions of your future, so pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your deja vus, pay attention to the synchronicities around you, because Spirit's speaking to you. You're learning a new language. I mean, like, when I said language, like, I heard French. French, quite literally. Some of you are maybe, like, learning French, but others of you, like, you're learning, you know, number synchronicities. Spirit speaking you through numbers. Spirits, if you're an artist or something, or you're into art, like, Spirit may be speaking to you through colors. Spirit maybe, you know, if you're clairaudient, Spirit is, like, you know, through songs or through people around you. Just a lot of just wanting you to pay attention. Spirit, the reason that you've been kind of, like, isolating yourself or feeling like you need to put all your energy into yourself is because Spirit is really working on you. Okay. So overall energy for the connection: dance with life. Wow. Do something to change your energy. So I feel like because you both are kind of in this, like, well, I like you too, but I'm not going to do anything. I can't do anything either. This kind of feels stuck. Do something to change your energy. Dance with life. Go have fun. be in this energy, be in your Empress energy, raise your vibration. Same thing for them, because as you do it, they'll do it. And then for their advice is unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So I feel like a part of the reason why this person kind of feels stuck is because they might be dealing with somebody else, or they were dealing with somebody else and they're like, they're over it, or maybe they're kind of just keeping somebody around, or maybe they don't know how to break up with someone, or maybe I don't know. But regardless, like, you know, the person, they want to be with you, they have strong feelings for you, they're kind of stuck in like where they've been. And I feel like because you're the Empress, you're a little different than the rest, and that kind of intimidates them too. So I feel like they kind of need to go through a little bit of like a growth within themselves, release some patterns and things like that, because you don't want this person before they're ready for you. And that's why Spirit is working on it. Okay. The bottom of the deck is Thank you. The bottom of the deck for the Oracle cards are the ever unfolding rose. Cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. So, like I said, don't feel like this is torture, because I feel like people say like, oh, your love is coming in divine timing. Like, we get like upset about it, or we're like, oh my God, it sounds like so long and so tortured. But you know, divine timing is, you know, as soon as it's right, as soon as the timing is right. Divine timing could be tomorrow. Divine timing could be 2 years from now, 10 years from now, a week. You know, it's whenever the time is right, and usually that's when you release control and surrender to whatever it is. That's usually when divine timing just kind of, you know? So, yeah, I hope you resonated with that. If you did not, that is okay. But if you did, please, please, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to know if this resonated with you, what parts resonated with you. And if you liked the reading, please give it a thumbs up. So yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Pile 2. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. So we're going to get into your energy about what you're feeling versus what they are feeling. And like I told the other piles, take what resonates, leave what's not. When I was tapping into your energy, Kanye West's All Falls Down started playing in my head, but like it was like the singing part. I feel like, you know, your energy is pretty solid, you know, like you don't feel stressed, you don't feel like you, you know, I feel like this is a person, like, this is so, like, this is like earth energy, this is either earth or like evolved fire, you know, like very confident, cool, collected, you know. I'm even feeling a little air. I heard Libra, I saw the word Libra. And I'm seeing the color blue, so maybe blue is significant to you in some way. Maybe you're wearing blue, maybe you just see something just like that with blue, maybe there was an omen, maybe your name is blue, but I just saw a blue cardinal too, just out in my mind's eye. So pile number 3, every time I get to pile number 3, you know, it's always a little bit more mystical. I feel like when it all falls down. You know, I think that when you guys, you know, you were like, you know what? How about this? Look, exactly. So boom. If you're from New York, wow, it's crazy. I just said like, so I think does your person wear a Yankee cap or something? Like then blue. Like I'm seeing lots of that. Like, you know, this person is somebody that's probably into hip hop. I'm just seeing a lot of your person's energy. This person, they might be into sports. This person, they care about, you know, their style is pretty athletic. And I know that's like most men, but you know, they try a little bit. Like they, you know, the shorts, the sneakers, and like a normal fit for them is like shorts, sneakers, Nike socks, fitted type, like, you know, t-shirt. Graphic t-shirt. You know, I feel like they listen to yeah, like I said, hip hop. I got a lot of hip hop, rap. I'm getting like like Kendrick Lamar kind of vibes. You know, And if not Kendrick, then like well, I wouldn't go as far to say like a Mine, but like they listen to people. They listen to you know, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, if that doesn't resonate, then you know it wasn't for you. But yeah. So this person, so you're like when it all falls down. So I feel like this person might be showing their ass, or they did show their ass recently, and you're just like, alright, whatever. Do what you want to do. When you're ready to deal with me, when you're ready to be in a position of being the person that I need you to be, then holla at me. But until then, I'm going to do my own thing. And so, like, pile number 3, you are not afraid to stand alone. You are very confident in yourself. You're very firm in your being. You're very much so aligned with spirit. You're doing what you have to do. Pile number 3, this person kind of, like, they see that in you, and that's why they act out, because they're kind of like trying to prove their masculinity. This is like really toxic masculinity. This person really cares about you, and you care a lot about them, but you're not pressed. Like, if anyone's pressed in the situation, it's them. Like, and that's why they're acting up, to see how you're gonna react. And you're like, actually, no, I'm not doing that shit. You're like, you can take that shit elsewhere, because I'm not dealing with that. Bye. Like, okay, I'll see you when you feel better, type shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not dealing with this. So let's get into the I'm gonna use this deck again for you. Actually, yeah, I am. Okay. So for you, Spirit, what is pile number 3 feeling in this situation? What's going on in the situation? Okay, pile number 3. Pile number 3. Yep. So you're not willing to work on this with no boy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like, I'm not willing to work on this if you're not going to do it in a way that, you know, is worthy of my time. I'm not about to get hurt. I feel like, oh, that kind of came out. So I feel like maybe you've been hurt in your past. Maybe you've had a hard life. Maybe you've had a tough childhood, which kind of turned you into this. Because even though I'm picking up even though I'm picking up a feminine energy, not necessarily, but you're showing up as the Emperor, which lets me know that you're very, very, very sure of who you are and who your connection with the divine is. You know, like, you might lose sight of some things, but you're never going to be in a position where, you know, you're all distraught. Like, you know that you are divine. And, you know, you have that mentality of, like, I'm not about to deal with this because I don't have to. Hold on a second. My cat is... Come here. Can you get down, please? She's trying to eat up the plants. Do your cats do that? Do you have a cat? You feel like... The fact that my cat's, like, being so extra right now, you might be a Leo. You might be a Libra. She's actually a Libra. You might feel like you're not being heard a lot in the situation, and you don't really have time to deal with that. So that's what I'm getting. And, like, also, like, my cat, she's not moody, but, like, she really needs your attention. And, like, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you are kind of, like, starting to turn your back, or you're starting to be like, well, I don't have to deal with this. You're kind of getting into a little bit of ego energy. But I get it. Our ego protects us. Because you're like, you're not giving me enough attention right now. You know, you're not giving me what I deserve or what I want from you. So I'm just going to take my time, and I'm going to step the fuck back. You are feisty, number 3. But I get it. Like, you know, you're not going to... Why would you put yourself in a situation where you're not seeing somebody giving you what you can match? Right? Because, you know, Tower. Whoa. Knight of Wands. Yeah, you were like, I feel like you were quick with the shits. You're like, because I feel like 9 of Cups, I feel like you kind of created your own little, like, you have other stuff going on for you, and you're not about to spend your time thinking about something that could, like, shake that up. So you're like, with the quickness, I'm not getting involved. So like I said, this feels like a newer connection. It feels like, even if it's not a newer connection, you're just not as emotionally connected to this person. But a lot of it is because you're in your ego energy. And it doesn't, and it's not, ego, again, ego is not bad. We should not try to kill our ego. We should try to merge with our ego, immerse our ego, embody our well, not embody, but integrate, thank you, Spirit, integrate our ego into our light, because we need our ego, otherwise people would take advantage of us, and we don't have time for that. Okay, so we're gonna go into their energy. How are they feeling about the situation, Spirit? Oh no, I want to use a different deck just to see if you guys are mirroring. Ooh, this one. It's like so much energy and like jittery. So what they're feeling right now, they're feeling like, oh shit, I gotta do something. They're like, oh shit, I gotta do something. You're like, I'm not having it. I don't play that shit. I'm out of here. And they're like, okay, hold on. I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about this, because I think, like I said, if it's not a new connection, then they're recognizing your power. Or maybe you just, and I feel like with the Emperor here, you probably, the Emperor doesn't just become the Emperor. The Emperor goes through a lot of stuff. So this person's probably like, you know what? This person, not necessarily seasoned, but this person definitely, like, they've been around the block. I can't run the same games on them like I was in with other people. I can't do that to this person. Page of Wands, yeah, they're like, okay, I need to do something to let them know that I care about them, or I need to do something to let them know that I don't want to lose them. So I feel like, because you're like, you know what, you do that over there, they're like, you know what, let me figure this out. Let me get this together. And I feel like because the Five of Pentacles is here, they just feel really left out by you, because the truth of the matter is that they really care about you, They think that fighting is worth it. They think that this is something that they would have to get over. All these cards just fell out, but I feel like I need to read them. Yeah, it's like they're holding on to it because they've looked at all their other options, and like, even though they're looking at the other options or whatever, they're holding on to this one, which is you. So I feel like even though because clearly you guys are not dating, the fact that you're willing to be like, bye, or maybe it wasn't serious, but because you're kind of like, okay, well, do what you want to do. They're like, I don't want to lose this. How do I go about doing this? Because I already know where I want to go. But I just feel like, again, because I feel like you're mirroring each other, and that if you're in your ego energy, they're in their ego energy, and maybe they were in their ego energy, which made you go into your ego energy. But because they're like, oh, I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure out what I can do. It's like they don't want to let go of that pride and ego of like just being like straightforward with you, and that's all you want, because you're the Emperor. You don't have time for the games. Like, that's what I'm getting. Like, you don't like, I don't have time for this. It's the kind of energy that I'm feeling from you. So, hold on, I need to light some candles. I'm feeling so much energy. Okay. So, let's go into Spirit's energy, Spirit's guidance to you in this connection. Okay. Spirit's guidance to you, Spirit's guidance to you, Spirit's guidance to you in this oh, I'm sorry, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking what Spirit is actually saying is going on in the connection, because you're like, I don't have time for games, They're like, I gotta figure out how to make this work. So what's Spirit saying? Whoa! What's Spirit saying? Okay. Spirit, what are you saying about this? Okay. She said I was waiting. Spirit is saying that you both are thinking too hard about this situation. I feel like there's also a lot of, because the ego's here, the ego's kind of killing the ego is killing the longevity I'm getting. Like, you know, it's really easy to manifest something when you can see it long term, you know, like you can see you have time to, because, you know, when you see how much time you have, you know, it kind of helps you manifest. You think about the little things you can do. If you sit on something, you think about it a little bit longer, you know, you might have a better idea because you give it a time. Because there's a lot of ego here, you're not able to give this time because you're like, I'm like what we were picking up before. I don't have time for this. I got to figure this out. Both of you are not in an energy of allowing spirit to flow. So I feel like because the longer spirit is saying, the longer you both kind of stay in your ego energy, the further you guys are just going to stay stuck. And I do think that something is going to change though, because like in the energy, it doesn't feel heavy. This actually feels like something that's going to just blow over. But I also think that in this present moment, spirit is just asking that you guys kind of just go within to check your energies to make sure that you're not in a toxic ego, but a healthy ego. Spirit, guidance. And listen, you can't control this person, but you can control you, and you can lead by example. Wow, what's so crazy is because when I saw this card, like, I had to take a second and, like, because when I saw it, I thought it was the Hierophant, but then I realized it was the Hermit, and then so now we're getting the Hierophant. So this is just letting me know that, you know, this spirit is going to guide this connection, because the fact that your egos are coming up, that sounds like lessons, that sounds like karma, that sounds like spirit. So this sounds like a really like spiritual, you know, union eventually, or maybe you guys are just here to play out some karma together, because I feel like the fact that you're like, I'm not going through this again, means that, you know, you just completed a karmic cycle that this person, you know, you probably attracted this person when you were going through your last cycle, but now that you're in this cycle, you're like, yeah, no, I don't have time for that. And this person is like, you know what, like, let me up my game, because I didn't realize that this person was like about it, like the way that they're about it. And you know, I think that they are willing to fight. I think that I think Spirit is saying that I think that this is going to end up turning around. You know, this is going to be a better situation, because you guys secretly really care about each other. You guys love each other. And, you know, yeah, so I just feel like this is, you know, I feel like if you're ready with this person, or if you're already like dealing with this person, you know, you know where their heart is at, but you're just like, I'm not about to play these games. So unlike the other readings, I feel like this is a little bit more, a little lighter. I feel like each reading got a little lighter, because this doesn't feel like this is like something like where you guys are in like heavy separation and you don't like each other and all this stuff is happening, or it's really intense. It just feels like they're playing games, you don't have time for it, they're recognizing that, and you guys have to get out of your egos and figure out how you're going to be in a position of love to give and receive love, because that's the only way you can really have it, right? So we're going to move into your advice. Advice, Spirit. Advice. Them, overall, and their person. One more. So this is for you. Align your life. Again with the blue energy here. I don't know if this is you or the past. I think this is you that was talking about blue. But yeah, blue. Play. Have fun. Celebrate. Don't be so serious. You see? This is what we're saying here, darling. And this is our card. Sorry, you fell. The Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Come on, Spirit. So, here. So we're going to start with you. Align your life. Why do you feel like you can't love somebody? Why do you feel like you don't have time or patience to deal with someone? Why do you feel like you need to protect yourself? Just ask yourself those questions. I feel like this is time to just reflect. What is not aligned? Because if you're overly in your ego, that probably means that you're running from something emotionally. And I didn't mean to come for you like that. But I just say what I feel. I say what I hear. So I feel like you're kind of shying away from a couple of emotional issues, and you're going right into your ego, and that's showing into your, that's why you're attracting this type of person. Everybody we deal with, we mirror. So not saying that you're a bad person, because clearly you're the emperor. You got your shit in check. But what little things could you do to improve, your feelings, your alignment, What are you hiding from? What aren't you being vulnerable about? That's advice from Spirit for you just to ponder and think about that. So the overall advice is to play. Yeah, like if you guys are both in your ego, how are you guys gonna, figure out a way to have fun and play because, you're too busy guarding each other from each other, guarding yourselves from each other. So celebrate, have fun, don't be so serious. So, as you guys kind of mellow out this energy and allow this to just flow, instead of trying to control it, because I'm getting both of you are mirroring control, then I think there's going to be a lot of improvement here. Okay, and their card is the Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? They know that they have to come do something because they know that they're the one that's playing the games, or they know that they're the ones that could be taking initiative because you're not with the bullshit. So their advice is to step up and lead, and they know that. They're just trying to figure that out. And, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of, the energy around the ego, because as soon as you clean up your ego, they're going to be like, you know what? I got to get my shit together. like they're going to really start to realize, I'm the reason this is, falling back, or where can I step up and lead? Because, like I said, I feel like this energy feels more like, they want to take action, or so this is more of a masculine energy. It doesn't have to actually be a masculine or a man. This could just be someone who's carrying a lot of action oriented energy. So this person feels like they are the ones, the ball's in their court to do what they have to do. And you would agree. Okay, pile number 3, I hope that resonated with you. I hope that this provided any clarity or any questions you may have. If it resonated with you, please share, comment, subscribe. Oh my gosh, I just started doing this, and someone, shout out to my girl, my soul subscriber. She commented, and I was over the moon because, that's exactly what I'm doing this for. That's why I was led to do here. So please let me know if you guys resonate with any of these readings. I'm happy to do them because I feel like it's definitely something that I'm supposed to be here to do. All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope you have an amazing day, and this situation is going to turn out just fine. Okay? Don't worry about it. Just allow God to take the space and, just love on yourself for a little while this person figures it out. All right. Love and light, babe. Bye.